Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Damian.
And I'm Tom.
And we are your hosts, two of the hosts here on the GBHL podcast YouTube channel.
Yeah. And we have our show called The Palantir, which you know because you're watching.
Indeed. And this is our weekly show. We try and make it weekly, in which we,
It's not weekly.
It's not normally weekly. Mainly for about an hour and a half, we talk about topics. A different topic every week we try and do. We ask trivia questions about Lord of the Rings. We have a 50-point bat rep. That's our little thing.
Yeah.
We talk about upcoming events in the GBHL. We basically just try and create a vaguely light-hearted show, sometimes based on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Whilst drinking tea.
Indeed, we drink a lot of tea.
And we reply to your comments, or at least make reference to lots of people's comments.
Indeed. But also, a small part of the Palantir is what, Tom?
We do sketches, or at least that's what we call them, which is usually the first 2 or 3 minutes of the show will be time for some silly thing that we think is mildly amusing, and we hope that you do too. Sometimes it's something that we put a little effort into. Other times it escalates and we put a lot of effort into it.
Indeed. And for the last 4 episodes, things have got somewhat out of hand, and we've created an ongoing dramatic narrative arch which reaches a devastating conclusion tonight. I'm sure a lot of you out there are excited about this and are going to watch it, but we're very worried that there might be new people watching the show and they really don't have the slightest clue what's about to happen to them. So if you are new to the show, and
Hello.
in fact, hi, how are you? And in fact, even if you're not new to the show, but if you haven't seen the last 3 episodes, I would heartily encourage you to go watch them first. And perhaps if you want to plough on with this one, maybe skip to about the 13-minute mark, because things are about to get very silly indeed.
I mean, actually, if you're looking for Lord of the Rings content, potentially skip to about the half-an-hour mark, knowing us.
Indeed. However, if you are here for the devastating conclusion to our dramatic narrative arc, then we can only ask you to sit back, brace yourselves, and buckle up for what is going to be a very emotional and intense 10 minutes. We'll see you on the other side.
Previously on the Palantir.
Taylor Sinstadt. What's a Taylor Sinstadt, Precious? What's this? Screw all your other segments. Who is this weirdo? We over here in Canada are the best co-hosts. No, you're not. Night Babe? What is this? Don't trust him. A friend. What has he been up to whilst I've been away? A friend. Huh. Well, there's no one here. So who could have sent the note?
Hear it?
What the thunderpants is going on here?
What?
Look, now I change clothes and they're downstairs.
Yeah.
We can talk about this.
Right, okay. What? What's up?
I know. I knew you were trouble when you walked in, and I know everything.
Oh, really? That's great. I was going to tell you, but I didn't know how.
Tell me what?
Everything. Tell you how I feel. I didn't know how to talk about it. So.
No. We are never ever getting back together.
Alright, that's a bit harsh.
Yeah.
Well, why do you say that?
I saw the leaflet.
The leaflet?
I know you've been cheating.
Cheating?
Yes.
What are you talking about cheating?
The leaflet. Show me the leaflet.
Leaflet? I don't know what. You seem a bit angry. Can you maybe shake it off? What's wrong? Is it too soon?
What's that?
I think we might be BFFs.
That's not what the leaflet said.
What?
That's not what it said.
What do you mean that's not what it said? It's what it says.
It said the top 10 ways to tell him you're cheating.
Cheating?
Yes. That's what it said. I know about you and Taylor.
Who?
Taylor Sinstadt.
Who's Taylor Sinstadt?
Who is Taylor? Taylor Sinstadt.
Tom, I've got no idea
Taylor.
who you're talking about.
Taylor.
I don't know.
Taylor.
I don't know who that is.
Taylor.
I don't know who that is.
Sinstadt. Look, alright, just drop the act. I know about your messages and your filthy love story.
What messages? Tom, look, I'm sorry, I've got no idea what you're talking about. I don't want there to be any bad blood between us.
To Taylor Sinstadt about recording content.
What are you talking about?
The one on the pink thread, the pretty pink thread.
The pink thread?
Yeah, the pretty pink thread.
On Facebook?
Pink!
Tom.
Pink!
Tom.
What?
Our thread's pink.
What?
Yeah, our thread's pink, Tom. You changed it a few months ago.
No.
What messages are you talking about?
They're messages about recording new content, all 22 of them. And it ended with Night Babe, you filth.
Night Babe?
Filth!
About recording content?
Yeah.
Tom, those are messages to you.
No. What?
What's it for yourself?
There's no point. No. No, what? How is this me? Screw all your other segments. What is this? What am I here for? Make room for the better partner? What is this? Why would I write about we over here in Canada are the best co-hosts?
I don't know. Why are you always banging on about rocks?
I wouldn't write that.
I thought it was a joke.
A joke? It's absolutely stupid. There's no way I write this. I mean, what? Well, I honestly don't know how you've done this, but it's not enough. I've seen the pictures.
So what pictures?
These pictures! They show you recording the 2 time zones with your filthy little bit on the side.
The 2 time zone?
Yes, I know about the 2 time zones.
Of course you do. It's our show.
What?
That's our other show.
Our show.
Yeah, our
It's
other
not
show.
our show, it's you and Taylor. I've got the pictures.
Who's Taylor?
Look at the pictures.
Yeah. What?
See?
Yeah, these are my bits.
Yeah, and then the other bits.
Tom.
Mm-hmm.
These are pictures of you.
What? No! I mean...
You've been recording the show for a few weeks now.
Why would we call it the 2 time zones?
I don't know, it was your idea.
Why was it my
You
idea?
said Bicester was in a different time zone. I don't know, you were yelling about rocks and science. Again, you can be quite difficult.
Why would I
sometimes.
do that?
I don't know. I thought it was just best to let you go with it. You seemed excited. Look, it's what you made me do.
Wait, I just don't understand this.
Tom, you've been working late a lot recently. You've been getting tired. I guess, I don't know, you might have forgotten.
No, but the letter. Who sent me the letter? A friend sent me the letter.
Tom, you don't have any friends. Nobody likes you.
No, that is a good point.
Huh. Are you sure you don't know who sent you the pictures?
No.
Just
No.
think about it carefully.
sent me the letter. Daisy's my friend.
Daisy?
Daisy!
Tom, Daisy's an animatronic toy triceratops.
She signed it!
Did she?
Yes!
Did she?
Why would I confuse myself with Taylor Sinstadt?
I think maybe you know.
No.
Tom. It's Taylor Sinstadt, right?
Yeah?
Look.
Why is it backwards?
Just pretend you're looking at a screen.
Ah, I got it. Yeah.
Now look.
What?
Taylor Sinstadt is an anagram of Thomas Harrison.
No. No. No, it's not.
Yes, yes it is. It's an anagram of Thomas Harrison.
No. I know about you and Taylor. Taylor Sinstadt. What's a Taylor Sinstadt, Precious? And I know everything. She signed it!
Who's Taylor Sinstadt?
Taylor Sinstadt. What has he been up to whilst I've been away?
You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you.
Why would I confuse myself with Taylor Sinstadt? It's not possible. Don't trust him.
Don't trust him.
But have I been going to bed early recently? Taylor Sinstadt! I've been getting up later. A friend? Has Taylor been in charge longer and longer? Who is Taylor? Taylor Sinstadt! Why would I confuse myself with Taylor Sinstadt? I've seen the pictures.
These are pictures of you.
What?
Why would I confuse myself with Taylor Sinstadt?
I think maybe you know.
Why would I confuse myself with Taylor Sinstadt?
Think about it carefully.
Why would I confuse myself with Taylor Sinstadt? Because we're the same person.
I don't know.
No. No.
Welcome to Strategy Battle Games to the GBHL YouTube video. You're here with your host GBHL Damian.
And GBHL Tom.
And we are here with episode 87 of
The Palantir.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tifa's falling over.
Yeah,
She's
I mean,
so
in shock. I mean, wow. devastating.
I know.
It's that, wow, who saw that coming?
But,
Do you know who saw that coming? Jay Clare.
really?
Yeah, I'm telling you this for the first time. Saturday night, I presume I could say this now. Saturday night went, I bet Taylor's Tom, isn't it? I was like, no.
He's not rules writer
Indeed.
for
Yeah,
no
well, that's
reason.
it, exactly.
Switched on guy.
Congrats, Joe.
Yeah.
So there we go, the devastating end. We hope you enjoyed that thrilling think
What
piece.
fine acting.
Indeed, the acting, the
We're going to be snapped up soon.
the scripting,
Yeah.
the editing, the lot.
Just think, films like Sharknado will be desperate for people like us.
No, there's 5 of those now. I'm not kidding. There's a 5th one. So do you know what the tagline for the 4th one was? It was Sharknado: The Fourth Awakens. Seriously, that's the name of the 4th one.
That's great.
True story. You might have seen our warning earlier that we don't talk about Lord of the Rings. Here's some evidence.
Would you also like to give our other disclaimer whilst you're at
Indeed.
it?
Everything you're about to hear for the next hour or an hour and a half is only our own views and opinions and do not represent the views of the GBHL podcast or the Great British Hockey League or indeed any other formal body or institution such as the production company that releases the Sharknado films.
Trivia question, who are they?
Is that... have you just
rogue
gone on-
trivia.
Yeah, is that rogue bonus?
Rogue bonus for it.
Okay,
Sure.
marvellous stuff. Here we are, we're back after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We had a week off, didn't we?
Yes.
Should we tell them why? This is good. For the first time ever in Palantir history, you may have noticed that there was no Palantir last week, but there was a picture of me and Tom together. And honestly, the reason there was no Palantir last week was because the sketch you just watched took us so long to film, we didn't have time to do the Palantir.
Yeah. What went into that 10 minutes was...
It was an hour and a half of footage in the end.
Yeah, an hour
and a half of footage we got.
And how long did it take? Because we don't often do this. Usually we're pretty ad-lib with the sketches.
You probably haven't noticed that due to our performances.
But we actually had lines for this one.
We did.
But that was deliberate because great work from media lecturer over here, or whatever his job title is.
Could have left it.
Yeah. It was let's go with assistant to the professor.
Assistant professor.
Yeah. Because you were shooting it with us two and then close-ups.
Yeah. 3 angles.
We needed to know what the lines were so that Damian could seamlessly
as happened.
interchange. Yeah.
So there you go. We're sorry it took a week
Yeah.
longer, but that was the reason. We hope you think it was worth the
Yeah.
wait.
We've occasionally met up and not filmed, but that's been more magazine.
Yeah, that is the first time ever where we've planned to do it and run out of time, but got the sketch in the can. We also got some other part of the show in the can.
You will not
It's quite
get.
subtle,
Yeah.
and you'll have to see if you can work out what other part of the show was recorded last week.
Yeah.
There's a bonus trivia.
Yeah.
No, we can't. We'll give away too many photos. So there we go. It's good to be back.
It is indeed. So yes, I've already had a rogue sip.
So have I.
Okay. Well,
Shall we?
tea toast. That's a loud motorbike. Last week was with, last episode was with Mr. Edward Ball. Hold your horses. But he has passed it on to my most honourable, respected and travelled hobbit, doubles partner of old, Mr. Fourth Place himself, Sam Gerald Jeffrey.
Sam Jeffrey, there we go.
And then he said, thanks Willie, as in Will Champion for the tea. Oh, sorry.
Oh, to Sam.
It was scrum diddly umptious. Thanks, Ed.
Good. Yeah, over to you, Sam.
Yes, indeed. Who...
I think he watches sometimes.
Yeah.
Watch the damn show, Sam. We should also say a massive congrats to Ed, who won, I don't know exactly what it's called, but the first Hobbit Invitational on Monday. Congrats to him. As the winner of Warhammer Fest, playing the winner of the GT in Dave Nolan, and I believe, I don't know, it wasn't televised, but I think a kind of best of 3 matches, and Ed won 2-0. So congrats. I can't remember. I know David put a post up saying what was at stake. Like it was the title of Ultimate Grand Champion or something like that. So I guess we have to call Ed that now. But probably won't.
No,
But yeah,
Ed
well
for
done
sure.
to Ed. It must have been a couple of very tough games there.
Yes, so shall we move on to the news?
So you
Maybe not.
literally have the agenda.
I do. It's quite organised this week, apart from the order. All right, let's go on to some random comments then first.
Right.
Yeah. Just so agile this show.
Yeah. Agile, unorganised.
So a couple of shows ago, we talked about Desolation or Battle of Five.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rich Clemmer had a late to the party comment about a Tower Rail piece.
Do we allow it?
From the Desolation of Smaug, but it was funny enough to sneak its way in.
Okay.
So he said, you know what I actually thought about the whole Tauriel Kingsfoil thing?
Oh, this is based on her stealing Oin's thunder?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
He says, my peeve wasn't because she goal-hanged and stole Oin's thunder. It's because Legolas is like, Tauriel, come, Tauriel. And then she's like, ooh, what a fancy plant. Think I'll go all Holland and Barrett and make a nice herbal remedy. Whilst Legolas goes after Bolg.
Yeah.
Right. And then fails to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because she wasn't there.
Yep.
What does Bolg do?
Oh, he kills Keely.
That backfired.
Oh, what? So, in an attempt to save Keely, she inadvertently kills Keely?
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
I know.
Oh, that's like Inception or
yeah,
something.
Owen could have done it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That is a bit sort of Back to the Future butterfly effect type thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's good.
I enjoyed that. Also, Phil Curran said no diddler when discussing Tauriel and the Atlas, Damian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
I don't know what I'm up to.
I know.
I only apologise.
Yeah. Good. Anyway, there you go.
I feel terrible.
Liam Robinson, the return of tea snorting. I seem to remember you. What was it about?
It was when you said...
Oh, a Taylor comment.
You said Taylor had commented and I said, who was that? And you said some nobody.
Yeah.
And I spat my tea out. So the sketch intruded into the Palantir.
Yep. Ontario Hobbit Adventures, thanks for the plug and reaching out. Terrific banter as usual, guys. I'm
Cheers,
not sure
Jason.
that we have terrific banter, but
We have such good bands.
Michael Haskell, I'm a relative latecomer to the GBHL scene, and out of curiosity, I went back to watch whilst painting my Iron Hills crossbows. Nice. The trailer and episode 1 of the Palantir.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Was there a trailer? Was there a trailer for the Palantir?
Yeah, with me under that rug, under the bedsheet, for a good couple of minutes while I was swigging the beer.
Oh yeah, I thought that was just the first sketch.
No, we did a trailer. That was the setup to sketch
setup
1.
for sketch. God, can you imagine?
Doing sketches was a feature right from the start, and it was amusing to see Thomas Float doing some probability analysis and Damien's subsequent expression. And this is now in the magazine. I probably mooted doing some...
As a topic?
Yeah.
And I went, shit.
Yeah.
Years later, quick, put it in the mag. Thanks for that, Michael.
Nice to see the two of you chewing over a topic debate or two as well. Is he? Do you reckon he's saying in episode 1 we actually did this?
Because we don't anymore.
Never talk of anything worthwhile.
Maybe.
I doubt that's what you mean, but I'm enjoying that.
I quite enjoy that as a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's saying that it's nice in the latest one to see us because we're doing it again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe. Then we move on to things in Damien's house that might be like things in your house.
Is that a section?
Section.
Things in Damien's house that might be like things in your house. Section.
Benji B SBG. I don't have a random piece of dado rail, but I do have a corner of my living room that has completely different picture rail to the rest of the room.
No.
When I bought a house, I thought I'd get round to replacing it.
So picture rail, we're talking about the top, around the top.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay.
5 years later and it's still there.
Oh my god.
A bit like your
Dado
rail. Yeah, and Ryan Ratchford. I'll be really scraping the bottom of the barrel, but my old bedroom light had a similar pattern chandelier shadow it casts on the room like the one in the sketch. So you know your little like nest.
Oh, in your room, in the spare room.
Yeah, great slip.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
looks like a bird's nest almost.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Ryan, it might be tenuous, but it's
Anyway.
closer than some other people have got to things in your house that look like things in Damien's house section.
Comment below if you do. Yeah. Chris CC, does anyone know how to paint a wraith? Because I couldn't find any tutorials at all. He says, I have a spare Aragon model. I'm trying to do Italian Celebrimbo model from Shadow of Mordor. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to show off what Damian has gone to fetch.
What? It's a great opportunity to show off what?
What you've gone to fetch?
Is that what he says?
No, that's me talking now. Sorry.
Oh, right.
Seamless.
Yeah. Have you heard the good news? Oh, God, I've picked up the wrong one.
You could have styled it out. They're in here.
It's that one.
Yeah. So organised.
Have you heard the good news? In SPG magazine, a wonderful fan-made supplement. If you're interested in picking up such a delightful thing, just email us on spgmagazine@gmail.com. All back issues still available. Check this out. Matt Davis has done a painting guide for how he painted his incredible ringlets. Like this guy. Hey Witchy. This is his Witch King conversion. I don't know how well that's coming up. It's pretty glorious. Matt, as many of you will know, converted the 9 ring race for us as they appear in the Hobbit movies, and painted them. They're incredible. I used them at a tournament this very weekend. And in issue 4, he wrote a guide about how he painted them using 4 colours. He uses black, Mechanica Standard Grey, Dawnstone and White Scar. He does it all with black, white and grey. So that's one area.
I would say that's probably quite I have no idea how good you are at painting Chris CC. Matt is fairly
It's a
good.
fairly advanced technique tutorial.
Yeah.
Simple way to do a wraith. Paint them black, dry brush them grey.
Yeah.
It's not how I would do it anymore, but it's how I did them when I started out. Tom?
Yeah. Sorry.
Any tips for the question?
Oh.
Standard
No,
conversation.
I mean, I thought yours was good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thought you nailed it.
There are better people than us to ask. Maybe put a post up on the Great British Hobbit League.
Yeah. Then a few 50-point back rep comments. Bleepo or Blepo, how do you pronounce your YouTube name? Or your real name, whatever. For the 50-point back rep...
Call our firstborn Bleepo. It's probably not, is it?
Alright, Charlotte Arwen. For the 50-point... For the 50-point
joke's on you, that's my daughter.
For the 50-point back rep, I think 4 Iron Hills with Shield would crush Lake Town. Wounding on 4s, higher fight, and most importantly defense 8, which requires Lake Towners to wound on 6s by 4.
Oh, that is good.
Which I think you should now bring up. What are you going to be taking in your... Damian's had a... What do people say all the time? Theorising or whatever.
I've been theorising what will take that Lake Town.
Thinking for
and I have I've tailored my list.
Oh, I love the tailor.
To I think give myself a good chance against the Lake Towners. And you wouldn't have thought it. I don't think you would have necessarily had to think about what I'm going for, but I've gone for 4 Wild Riders. Normal Wild Riders.
Yeah.
A bargain at a mere 12 points each. And already defence 4, getting them to juicy 5s against your Lake Towners.
Yeah.
Leaving me with 2 points spare, which I can give 1 a throwing spear. No need for shields.
Yeah. Comment below now, before you've seen what happens later, or maybe not later, given weird time shift potential.
Of course it's later.
Yeah, of course it's later. If you think the Wild Riders will win on it.
Yeah. And my thinking being they can close with you, avoid the shooting, have the fight value advantage. It all seems to add up. It's all there.
It's all there.
It's all there.
I think you're going to get smashed by me.
Well, I think I'm going to smash you.
Okay, good. And then we've got Bayrig89. I know you don't like this filth, but you asked for it. 2 Watchers of Karna with bow and 3 Corsair Reavers with axes.
Ugh. Was this for the 50 point barrage? Yeah, well, no, I'm not anti that filth for a 50 point barrage.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Yes, probably.
Benjamin Bowles or Andrew Cox, one of them. Andrew Cox, I believe.
Yeah.
His suggestion for Ardacon.
Yes, the 50-point back.
Yeah, you in Bulgaria. We can see you. Yeah, we can. Yeah, and your dog. Hi, Angela. On a Thursday night in the bar, fancy a 50-point bat rep tournament, he says.
Yeah.
Fancy a 50-point bat rep.
Well, you can rock up with your Warg Riders, mate.
I'm more interested in the legal implications. We must.
We've already said it's only our views and opinions.
Yeah, but it's also the stuff we invented.
Okay.
This is ours. This is our baby.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take that? You fancy that? You want to take that?
But then they suggested somebody suggested 51-point bat rep. That's fine.
Our lawyers will, as the gift said, I'm not saying we will sue you. I'm just saying we have a case.
Yeah, the 50-point bat rep, for those who don't know, who are new, obviously you are new today because we had the announcement.
Tom. They've long gone.
Right. But anyway, the 50-point bat rep was born because in episode 50 of the Palantir we thought it would be a nice idea, a novel idea, to have a bat rep of 50 points, and then it stuck. And we were originally, I think, going to escalate for every episode at a point, but then we realised it would be nice to have the reigning champions come back. So, but anyway.
I thought the reason this show is so awful is that basically what's happened over the years is so many segments have stuck around that it's now just full of these segments.
It's your fault. All of you, including the dog in Bulgaria, for commenting and being like, "Oh, we like this," and then we chat about data rail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just say you don't like it.
You love it, don't you? You love it. You filth. But actually, genuinely, joking aside, I think that's a great idea. I think that's an awesome idea, and people can meta game it by going back through the past episodes. I think Casti, yeah, Casti's a great shout.
Yeah.
Rowan Cat to a shield.
Anyway, we're on to the Will Champion Silly Suggestions section, or whatever we call that. Ice cream Neapolitan. Is it a flavour? Yeah.
Is it a flavour?
I mean, we talked about it last episode. It's been a while for us.
Oh, have we not had the answers?
No.
Oh, is it a flavour or is it a type?
Yeah. Tom Canlin. No wonder you aren't fans of Neapolitan ice cream if someone has been sneaking banana flavour into yours. That's like putting pineapple on pizza. In answer to your question, as a previously professional ice cream seller, Summer Holiday 1997.
Is that what it said?
Yeah. It's a combination, not a flavour.
Right.
Combination.
Hey, what was the banana thing?
Oh, because I think we said banana instead of vanilla. I think we just fundamentally got what Neapolitan was wrong. Nobody saw us and it's not recorded. Okay, let me read Chris Murphy's excellent comment. I hit dislike this week. We'll get to that.
Will. Good.
As this was not as entertaining from the train from Peterborough to Stockport, mainly due to the fake news, saying that Neapolitan contains banana instead of vanilla.
Did we say it had banana?
I think you did. And then I didn't correct you.
I don't know what to believe. Yeah. I think it sounds obvious that I'm correcting, but I don't know. Maybe we got carried.
We've been filmed.
Maybe we were drunk on tea and we were carried away. I don't know.
Anyway,
sorry if we produce fake news.
Joshua Crosby. Neapolitan ice cream ought not to be considered either a flavour or a type of ice cream. Clearly it's made up of 3 flavours, although the canonical flavours of today were not the only combinations used in the past. But it is not itself a type of ice cream either. Examples of types include gelato, soft serve, think Mr. Whippy, and Philadelphia style.
It sounds a bit Wikipedia.
Yeah. A type of ice cream is about
canonical.
Its typical ingredients and method of production. It's best to think of Neapolitan ice cream as a method of serving ice cream, in much the same way as Viennetta or an ice cream sandwich. Errata, tiramisu is delicious, you, i.e. Damian, not Tom, bigot. I don't know what you said about tiramisu, but...
Tiramisu's awful.
Okay, well, that's probably what you said.
Hate coffee. Hate banana.
Okay. Bigot. Yeah.
So what's the answer?
That it's a method of presenting or serving ice cream.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Duncan Mick. I would have said Neapolitan is a type of ice cream made up of multiple flavours until Tom said, what's the difference between type and flavour anyway? And then I began to question many things I thought I knew.
This is
such great questions.
This is a show that makes you think on Friday.
Hobby Spot NZ. RE the ice cream, our New Zealand Neo is strawberry, vanilla and chocolate in 3 separate slabs inside the container.
What, like a tub of ice cream?
Yeah.
Okay. I like how he calls it Neo because he's trendy.
Yeah. Resco Nesco.
Let's go.
1 week ago edited. Great video as always. My money's on the safe. Oh no, sorry, I'm skipping topic. This is not ice cream.
What's the point?
Also, Neapolitan is a type of ice cream with 3 flavours in it. A Rocky Road is also a type of ice cream. So yeah, that's his view. And Larry, this is a week of me siding with Tom, it seems.
No, I'm sorry, Larry.
Not only did I something spoilerific about what we're going to talk about in a bit, but I also didn't think Neapolitan is a flavour. It's a type. Other types include Viennetta, as I think you mentioned. And whatever you call ice creams when they're on a stick handle thing.
It's a lolly, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. You wouldn't go into one of those places where they have troughs of ice cream and you pick a flavour and see a Neapolitan trough. It'd be in its component flavours.
Would it?
I don't know. Anyway, this week we don't actually have a
World Champion
ludicrous
Strange
question, so have a think.
It's going to be what do they call ice cream. There's going to be a row about what a lolly is now.
Yeah.
As you said,
Anyway.
any of those new people are still here. Sometimes we talk about Lord of the Rings.
And for those who don't like the fact that we don't talk about Lord of the Rings, they may dislike the video.
You right? Is this a segue?
Yeah. Segue.
I fear I know where this is going.
Usually we have how many
One.
likes? 1 like.
And we made a big
solitary like.
Dislike.
Well, dislike. Yeah.
And we made a big point last episode of talking about this
Mhm.
and saying we only ever get 1 dislike. And it's clearly the same person every week disliking it.
Yeah.
And I am absolutely certain we have lots of dislikes this week.
It's not as bad as you think.
Protest dislikes.
We have 6 dislikes.
6 dislikes. So
At the
you
time of
don't
writing.
mean it. You don't mean it. You naughty subscribers.
49 likes. It's alright. It's alright. Anyway, Joshua Crosby, I'd like to postulate that the individual that downvotes every week upvoted this week in protest, having heard you suggest that people would be downvoting. Liam Robinson.
We've got him.
Yeah. Liam Robinson. Perhaps the one person who dislikes the video each week is Australian, and because they're upside down, that means so. There we go.
Boom, 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 boom.
5 Australians so far on this episode. Good. Yeah. So, thank you for all your thoughts on ice cream and everything else. What did we talk about last week, Damian? Not last week.
God, I didn't go. Have you? You have.
Well,
Have you
what?
checked it out?
I mean,
You got all the
I've read
results?
it. Not. We can probably remember.
You
Or bring
reckon?
it up.
Oh, alright. Well, why don't you talk about what we talked about last week? Of course. The answer is the Middle-earth Clash of Heroes.
So we chatted about following the first post on it on the Warhammer community website or whatever it is where the blogs go up. We were talking about who we thought would win overall, and you went for
I went for Bill
the Troll.
Bill the Troll,
And I
due to the
went
power of his paralysed bagging.
Yeah, and I went for Aragorn LSR. So yeah, so some comments on this whilst Damian brings up quarterfinal and semi-final and final stuff. Okay, because people obviously know the result, so maybe we talk through the result before we go to the comments.
Yep.
So what happened, Damian?
We had a quarter-final between Bozza and Berda,
And we thought Bozza would win.
and Boromir did win.
Yeah.
We had a quarter-final between Bill and Glorfindel,
And we thought Bill would win.
and Bill, who promptly minced him fine and claimed a semi-final space. Bagging, and I think he was in a bag. Yeah, stuffed in a bag. We had a quarter-final between Azog and Aragorn.
And this was the big one for Aragorn, but we thought Aragorn would win.
He did win indeed. I think he wasn't he really...
Close
I
to
thought he
playing.
got damaged a lot. Perhaps not. Fourth quarter-final was Bayorn against Shagrat.
And we went Bayon.
We did, and Bayon transformed into a huge bear and over the course of 3 turns crushed the Uruk and moved on to the semi-finals.
Cool. So semi-final.
First semi-final was Boromir versus Bill the Troll.
And we thought Bill would just about take this.
He did indeed, and he didn't because he won a fight against him and elected to mince Boromir, not putting him in a bag, and actually causing quite a lot of controversy. I've discussed this very thing with Jay, and the argument behind it was that I think he still had all his might, so he'd be able to get out of the bag if you put him in the bag. And I think we discussed this, but my argument was use it to drain his might.
Yeah.
The counter argument is that with mincing and fine, he could kill him in one if he rolled well.
Yeah.
So it's a judgment call. Alas, it didn't work out for him. Boromir then came back in and killed Bill.
I mean, Boromir's good, so...
Yeah, whatever. Stupid Boromir. Second final was Aragorn.
And he's got a banner, your favourite thing.
Oh, banner word. Aragorn versus Beorn in the semi-final.
Yeah, and this was a tough one for Aragorn, and we thought Aragorn would take it if he could heroic move and stop him bearing.
Good use of bearing. This was the one I was thinking about, the previous one. Beorn fought back and reduced the King of Gondor to a single wound with no fate remaining. And I think Aragorn killed him without him becoming a bear, I believe. So he did prevent him bearing. And the final.
So this is Aragorn
against Aragorn. An original draft of Lord of the Rings, the original plan was Aragorn would kill Boromir.
Really?
So it's true. If you read like the history of Middle Earth and stuff, he was gonna kill him because he went, proper mad. And then there were two.
And he'll do it for you.
Yeah. The King of Gondor and arguably the greatest warrior of Minas Tirith. It all comes down to this. Aragorn won the first fight, dealt a massive 3 wounds to Boromir, who luckily passed all 3 of his fate rolls. The next fight saw Aragorn cause another wound to Boromir, who was in deep trouble. Needing to fight back, Boromir managed to win the next 2 duel rolls, but only managed to score a single wound on Isildur's heir.
Because he needs 6s, right? So.
With Boromir utterly spent, Aragorn readied Andúril for the victory, winning the fight and dealing the final 2 wounds to Boromir, proving that to win a duel, having an awesome sword is the way to go.
I think Boromir would have needed to win all those first fights to have a chance. But yeah.
Aragorn, King Elessar.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Aragorn won that. I think Andúril won that.
Yeah.
And it says, so there you have it. The mightiest hero in Middle Earth is no other than Aragorn. Congratulations to Rob McFarlane, who picked him.
And didn't he sculpt the Iron Hills Ballista?
Yeah, probably the chariot as well. Okay. Probably, I think he does the war machine type thing.
Anyway,
so Aragorn, you called it.
Yeah.
It's
the obvious answer.
It's a safe bet, isn't it? Between the 3 My Point and Andúril.
Yeah. Yeah. But it showed. I mean, Beorn nearly killed him. I mean, it's not you're not guaranteed. If you played through the tournament again, someone else would win.
It's because you need. I can't remember who said it. I was saying you really need high defence, and someone. And I don't want to steal the words. I almost think it might have been Larry. Someone at the weekend said the other thing you need is something to stop their high defence. Mm-hmm. So like a +1 to wound or a Andúril or something like that.
Or a monster
rending. Yeah. But the article was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great idea, and there was lots of chatter. I think already like that they want to do other versions of this sort of thing. So that would be awesome.
Anyway, your comments. David Murphy, I'd love it if the Middle-earth team did Spartacus Gods of the Arena Royal Rumble SBG style.
That'd be amazing. Do you know what that means? It's like they all rumble
they all start.
Big ring at the start, surrounded by fire, no less, and it all goes to hell.
Job awesome. Inscribed to win.
Gods of the Arena, Gannicus for the win.
Even though I was backing Boromir to win, Bill should have won against Boromir because he didn't use his later back rule, but he talked about that.
Judgment call.
He said, I played it myself 5 times and Bill won 4 times against Boromir. Bill's rule is broken in this style of tournament. Didn't win though.
But so is Andúril.
Yeah.
It's not just Bill.
Elessar is amazing in one-on-one duels in stark contrast to points match games.
Absolutely, there you go.
I'd pick Thorin with Orcrist and Oakenshield as well for my good hero, but I don't think he'd win because he doesn't pack much punch. For evil, I'd pick Lurtz with his fight 6, attacks 3, and ignore wounds on a 5+ special. No way, I'm dreaming again. Maybe in the future.
You got me. What? You pick the Lurtz profile you want.
Yeah. Yeah, you make up a Lurtz profile, yeah. Oh, good. King Boneseye disappointed that Dane lost to Birder. Yeah, Dane. It's because the rending getting past the defence thing. Duncan Mick, I'd love for Aragorn to win. Spoilers he did. It shouldn't be anyone else, and if he beats Azog, he's got it in the bag. Don't know if that was a great
Bill pun,
but let's say it was. Resco and Esco, it's 3 attacks and 3 might for Clash of Heroes, correct? Why no Sauron? Is Sauron 3 wounds?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I mean, with the ring, surely.
Yeah.
Is he 3 wounds or is he 5? Am I just making this up?
Oh,
maybe
he does have like 5-6 wounds actually.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, I'm getting up a lot in this episode.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Is it?
It's a good job we know the rules for probably one of the most iconic models in the game.
I don't use him. I use him in his 1 wound state. Spoilers, Necromancer's Sauron. I love that bit so much when Gandalf goes, he's up against the rock, and all the flame things come off, and he goes, Sauron. And you go, oh my god, it's Sauron. Earlier in that film, Gandalf chats to Radagast, and he goes, the Ringwraiths have been summoned to Dol Guldur. They only answer to one master. It's not human. He tells him it's Sauron.
It's a diversion.
And then he's like, Sauron. Which comes out of nowhere. Yeah. You can see why he's stunned when he goes there to find Sauron.
Oh yeah, called it.
5 wounds. Called it.
Called it. Not an idiot. Great. And Larry, as much as I'm a fan of Thorin always being the answer, I wouldn't pick him as my good model. Oh, and he also agreed with me by saying it was Aragorn, which I was trying to read out in the ice cream section.
Oh.
But yes, as much as he's a fan of Thorin always being the answer, he wouldn't pick him as good model. As high defense isn't the only important thing, it's also important to get past your opponent's defense. It's almost like you...
Did he do live comment at the weekend?
Thorin would be stuck trying to roll 5s or 6s.
There you go, it was
I can't think of a better 3 attack 3 wound good hero other than the ones who were already Traken or Treebird, who Tom mentioned.
Traken?
Treebird, who Tom made. Sorry, what?
Good use of Traken.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was... Oh, alright. For evil, I'd be tempted to go with Sneezy the Troll. Sneeze, win the fight with higher fight volume, bag him.
Bag him.
No, bag him.
Yeah, the ability to immobilise is quite good.
Anyway,
David Reed made a great point this week. The Firewatch and Riverstead event, where Magic was.
Was that point that he couldn't win the league anymore?
Oh no! Oh, see, it's this stuff. Bigger. Ouch! Wow. Sorry, David. I do not condone that attitude. That tournament Magic was mitigated against. Yeah. You could only have really one caster in your list, and he brought the 3 trolls, and his argument was the 3 trolls cast Magic without casting Magic.
Yeah.
Because they can paralyse and you can immobilise. Yeah. And you can get the effects of magical abilities without having spellcasters. It was good, and he finished 5th, I believe.
And you can't be immobilised as frequently in a tournament with fewer spellcasters.
Exactly. Yeah. But there was a lot of kind of big stuff there. Because there was
the trolls are really good.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, moving on to news. First, we'll talk about the tournament. So, Rivenstead's now done.
Firewatch and Rivenstead.
2 minutes.
Is this a 2-minute tournament review? Sam.
Let me get it up.
God almighty.
I know.
We've never done a tournament in 2 minutes. So what happens, I was tempted to suggest this as a topic, and I could talk for half an hour and you could watch.
Yeah.
Firewatch in Riverstead was held by Sam Page and Craig Harrison at the Dorset Arms, as always, in East Grinstead. My favourite tournament venue in the league. I don't think I've missed an event there. It was awesome. It was a 1,000-point tournament. The penultimate, 1,000-point tournament worth 100 league points. The penultimate league tournament of the year. Some really cool things. If you had a model, it had to lead 3 warriors, which stops certain all hero lists. And for every caster you had in your army, your casting values got 1 worse. So I think there was only ever 1 caster in any army, which was really cool. Cracking event. A lot of custom scenarios. I went along. I took the Necromancer and the 9 Ringwraiths and the Keeper of the Dungeons. Had 6 fantastic games against Tom Dan, David Dyson, Josh Triffitt, Jay Clare, Mick Bacalars, and Jay Acharya. Really, really good games. Enjoyed them all, and was very, very, very chuffed to manage to get 4 wins, a draw, and a loss. Really, could slow down. It's
have a cup of tea.
Victory sip. Managed to get 4 wins, a draw, and a loss, which I was really chuffed with. I lost to Jay Clare in the 4th game at Warga Nation. Really, really enjoyed. I enjoyed all the games, but it was a really tense fight. and I got a draw with Mick in the 5th game at Ill Met by Moonlight, which was kind of grind each other into a draw, which was really good fun. And then I managed to beat Jay Achara at the end. And Jay Clare won the event. Massive congrats to Jay.
Well done.
With a really cool different list. He had lots of Fountain Core elves, and he had Tree Bid in there because again the magic factor. And that meant because he won that, he's still in with a chance to win the league. So in the league final,
So it's
him or Ed can now win it. How are we doing?
You've got 6 seconds.
It was a brilliant event. Well done, Sam and Craig. I loved it as always, and I was really pleased to win my 3rd art print of the same size that I've won from East Grinstead. So I'm going to get that framed in the same style.
Beautiful.
Thanks. Awesome weekend. Loved it. They're outside. They're on the the other wall, and I've got to have a big shout out to Callum, Jamie, and Harry, my travelling and accommodation buddies, for one hell of a crazy Saturday night.
Was it good?
Yeah. Hashtag cutmouth for life.
I'm gonna leave.
These guys know.
I'm gonna leave.
And we won the quiz.
Ah.
We won the quiz with a magnificent 11 out of 26. It's fiendish.
That sounds like
There was a name the music round.
Okay.
Really tough. But yeah, really good fun. So well done, Sam and Craig. It was an awesome event, as always.
Well done indeed. So upcoming events. Reading Doubles, 18th and 19th of November. You both have 300 points each. I think that they posted saying that there were a few more tickets on sale. I don't know where they've gone. So we got a few more for Warfare, but anyway, it may or may not be sold out. Check it out on the Great British Hobbit League Facebook page. Events tab. Is it tab in Facebook? What do you call it? You're the technological one.
It's not a tab, is it? It's just part of the page.
Okay.
And grant you tab sounds better.
Yeah. Then we have the league finale, which is in Daventry.
Daventry.
Any ideas? Daventry.
It's like Northampton way.
Yeah.
You're going?
No, can't now.
Oh.
Because I'm on holiday.
Oh.
I know.
Right.
Times.
Brilliant.
But you'll be there, and it's 1,000 points.
Yeah, isn't it de-escalation?
Something like that.
It's 1,000 points day 1, 500 points day 2. I think. Oh, great.
Anyway, that'll be cool because
If anyone wants to share accommodation and transport to the league final, and
I sent you a message.
happy by all means.
Made my intentions very clear with Mr. O'Byrne. I just didn't want to share a room anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, sadly I won't be there, but should be a great event.
Sadly.
And then sneaking in now to our next 3 events list is the Scouring of Cheshire 2018.
A 2018 one?
I know.
My goodness.
The league opener, and that is already sold out, obviously. 700 points, 13th and 14th of January.
It's starting to sound like by the time we promote these events, they're sold out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we promote them.
Yeah. People know we're going to promote
Yeah,
it.
so they
so
go,
like,
yeah.
oh, well, let's get the tickets before it's on the Palantir, because then everyone will buy them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's it.
That must be it.
Yeah, it's all us.
All us. You're welcome.
You are welcome. Anyway, we also thought we'd bring up another handy thing for you to go and pick up. I've gone off tournaments.
I don't know where you're going with this.
White Dwarf.
What was the possible link there?
It's news.
Alright, good.
White Dwarf.
White Dwarf.
Yes, why have I asked you to pick up White Dwarf, Damian?
I don't know, I thought we were talking about tournaments.
Okay, we've finished with the tournament.
Your thing.
We have White Dwarf because there's some juicy Lord of the Rings content, or Hobbit content, whatever we want to call it. Or should we even say
Middle Earth Strategy Battle Game.
Strategy Battle Game content? Because it's a good job we prepared these pages earlier.
It's announcing the release of Battle Companies.
Middle Earth Strategy Battle Game Battle Companies.
Yay.
Yeah, with a big book, which apparently still doesn't have enough room for everything. But it's an
That's cool.
80-page hardback book, which sounds lovely and juicy.
Obviously didn't have room for the 81st page. That's what they had to cut.
Yeah.
It's not in there, but I believe the price that's in the catalogue is £25.
Oh,
Quite good.
I mean, relative to other older rule books, that is very good pricing from Games Workshop if that's what they've done.
Did?
Yeah. So Battle Companies, we won't dwell too much on what we think about battle companies because we will probably end up talking about this
as a topic
when
when we have the book.
It's really exciting.
There's a couple of battle companies campaigns on the journal.
Yeah.
One that James and Jamie did.
Yeah, yonks ago.
Years ago, and then once that James, Jamie, me, and Tom.
Yeah, so they did one with Goblin. Was it
Dwarves? Dwarves.
Yeah, it was dwarves and.
I think it was goblins.
Yeah, and then they had the warg. Burn.
Yeah, burn the warg. Stupid dog.
Yeah, and then we did it with a selection of things before we went to Nova one year, which was really good fun. So yeah, really excited about battle companies, but that wasn't the only thing, was it, Damian?
Oh no.
Oh no. It's somewhere here, is it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Do you mean the battle company's content?
No. I was going for the other new release, but we could jump to the other battle companies' content.
The other new release?
Well, newish, oldish.
What you why don't you just say it?
The conversion.
Oh, the upgrade pack.
Yeah.
I don't think that's in there.
Okay.
The Good and Bad upgrade pack,
Yes.
indeed, is now. Is it? Yeah, it is out, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's up for pre-order for £15, which is really cool. Decent price, I think, for what you get. But yeah, you can get that alongside. I don't think had been announced the Good and Bad warband. So you can now get, just like we talked about the Lake Town warbands, you can now get a Good and Bad warband for £40 for 12 instead of £60. So it's a huge saving, and you can get the Good and Bad upgrade pack that has like the banner and the spikes and different weapons, different heads, which is very cool. You've got a Good and Bad army. Are you tempted?
Yeah, I should probably get some.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
for the banner as well.
I'm gonna get a third warband for it at some point to kind of do some juicy ones. I've got 6 shield and 6 sword, 6 spear, and I want 12 spear and 12 shield, and I want 12 spear and shield. So that's what I'm gonna kind of work on converting.
Nice.
Indeed, and also in the middle of the catalogue they show there is a picture of the Mirkwood elf warband. So confirmation that they will be doing the same for that. So potentially there could be a conversion pack in the work.
Yeah.
Don't know if you saw. Did you see Adam's chat? He did his hour-long chat.
I didn't end up seeing it. No.
I don't want to misquote him, but I believe there was it was a sort of there could be more upgrade packs. You know, it wasn't saying they are coming or they are. But I think that's what he said. But there's definitely potential for them in the future, which is very cool.
There's also nice bits in the magazine from Adam and Jay on battle companies. We're not going to sit and read it, so go and buy it.
Including there's actually 2 new battle companies. Ooh. So this is quite cool because you're seeing those before the book.
So it's Erebor and Dale and then Gundabad. So
and you can get an ogre. You get an ogre in battle company.
What could you call that in battle companies, Dave?
I would call it Ofa.
Would you?
Yeah, Ofa, ogre.
What if you had 2 of them?
The second one would be called also Ofa.
Okay, good.
Good names for ogres.
Yeah.
Strong names.
What if you got a third one?
Oh, another also Ofa.
Okay, good.
Imagine.
But
there's also a great feature of Kev's Good and Bad display in there.
It looks amazing.
It looks absolutely epic.
This is in the reader's models bit.
Probably because he's a reader and a model.
Yes.
The other great thing is White Dwarf. Look at that! It's the Good and Bad army mode. It's incredible.
Look at that! And no conversions for it.
Yeah. White Dwarf's awesome again. It really is. Like, there's the release of the new Necromunda, and even if you're not, it now feels like it used to. I think in that even if you're not into Necromunda, I think you'd enjoy reading the articles about Necromunda. It feels like it's worth it. Again, it feels like it's a real magazine full of
so much in it.
Good content that you want to read.
Yeah, it'd take you a long time to read through it.
So, full kudos to any of the White Dwarf team who might make the mistake of watching this drivel. It's really, really, really good. And I believe Adam said, again, I don't want to misquote him, I think on that Warhammer TV show, that there's going to be a regular content for like battle companies in White Dwarf. So I think that he said it was going to be supported through White Dwarf. Yeah. So I think it might be worth getting White Dwarf every week, every month from now, if you're a Middle Earther. Yeah.
We're also thrilled with Kev's Gundabad captain name.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
What a name!
Check it out. There's a absolute glorious cameo on page 141 from a named Gundabad
Yeah,
captain.
Kev painted his orcs with different skin tones to bring variety to his models. Some have red skin, others green, while Golb, Kev's Gundabad captain, has sickly grey skin. What a hero.
Kev, you legend.
Yeah, love it. Anyway, get the White Dwarf.
Pick it
It's
up.
great. It is November 2017.
Absolutely.
That's the news.
That was incidentally the issue. Tom wasn't just
Yeah.
inexplicably saying the date.
Topic for this week. We are finally at it. And
Yeah, I know.
I don't even know what time it is.
It feels like a juicy content.
Yeah,
We're doing
I
the
know.
Uber sketch. I
Yeah.
think we're on for a long one.
Yep. We are going to be talking about.
Stockport in Flames.
Yeah. So the time prior to the one that Damian nailed in 2 minutes.
Boom.
Yeah.
Not the only time.
And we're going to be talking about our games at a doubles tournament because we played together.
We did indeed. We were a doubles team.
Yeah. Team is maybe pushing it.
Was it? I know we played in Nova.
Mm-hmm.
That went alright.
Yeah.
We won that.
Might
Won that. Yeah. And Ardacon.
Yeah.
So yeah, we played those, but this is
We played 2 Ardacons and a Nova.
beyond the 3 doubles tournaments we've played. This
Yeah.
was the first doubles tournament we played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also when we stand in at 7 zones at times. So
That's another 3.
Yeah.
6. Cool.
Yeah.
So apart from the 6 we played, this was the first time. I don't know. It's weird. It felt like the first time. I don't know. Maybe not.
That's good. I'm so good it always feels like the first time. So anyway, topic for doubles. Just doubles. So we travelled
Friday
Yeah.
with
Mr.
Macklin.
Macklin,
Just trying to think. I drove
the better Tom.
to yours, picked you up. Does that sound right?
No, I went to Hemel.
You went to Hemel. We came and got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that right?
Was that this one? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long
Yeah.
review.
Hemel.
Hemel.
Yeah. And then drive up.
And drive up.
Yeah.
Marvellous.
And then we
went
had
to
nice
Hemel.
curry with a group of lovely people when we arrived.
Yeah, we got
checked
there. We got
in.
there just in time to go.
Yeah.
And we checked in to the Premier Inn.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
what have we been doing?
Why
Why
would
have
we
we
ever
been
stay?
going to the Britannia?
Why did we, I mean, I haven't been there in like a year and a half
Yeah,
for a
but-
tournament, but we always used to stay in the Britannia, which
So
is
for-
a hellhole.
Yeah, for reference, it's very grotty and someone got shot there. It's awful.
Those are the plus points.
And the door handle comes off when you try to open the door and you have to go and give it in the reception and ask for a new one.
And Tom breaks the door.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Anyway, Premier Inn is closer as
It's
well.
right next to the venue.
I mean,
Apparently it's always been there.
yeah, anyway, that was nice.
Lovely Premier Inn. Very happy with that.
Yeah. Then we went to the curry, had a lovely time. Nice
You
evening.
went, I remember after the curry, you went to, which one, what was this particular incident? I think you went to either go to the loo or
No, that was the.
or to change and then never appeared again.
Is that when I had a shave?
Yeah.
And you were in the beefeats having potato skins?
Yeah, no, that was Saturday night.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
but no, we'll skip ahead to that because
Okay.
that's what I was talking about. You said
Yeah.
you were going to go home,
Yeah.
go to the loo, and then come back,
Yeah.
and then you vanished.
Yeah.
Never came back. And you, Friday night.
Was the Friday night the one where you came back and I was asleep in clothes on the bed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you'd run away from that one
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Tom had been exhausted from his evening of not going out.
Or exhausted from other things. Sketch. No, you said you've been working like tired. It's a quote from Sketch.
Oh, it's a quote from scratch.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just that you were left in the hotel room on your own and then... Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're welcome.
good.
Yeah.
Went to a different place with that.
Yeah, you did.
Friday night was just curry and then beers at the venue, I think.
Yeah.
Is that when we played that stupid game?
Yeah, on the Saturday.
So-
We are getting all muddled. Let's just move to the tournament for a second and then we'll come to the Saturday night. So,
The laser racers thing, was that
yeah,
Saturday?
yeah, Saturday.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You just wait. You're in for a treat. Anyway, our first game was against Paul and Toby Lewis.
Lewis.
So this is father and son in their first ever tournament game. What a terrible first round draw.
What did we take? Yeah, hang on, for them,
Yeah.
you mean? That's a very important
Yeah,
two
yeah.
words that
Yeah. Yes, sorry.
That's so important. He means it was a terrible first round draw for them.
Yes.
We're not horrible people. This is why everyone dislikes you. What do we bring?
we had 7 ring wraiths.
That's good.
The new ones, plus Necromancer, plus
Keeper of Legends.
And Thrain the Broken.
And 2 Mercury Spiders.
And 2 Mercury Spiders.
And yeah, Jamie and Harry kindly let us use Thrain the Broken with our opponent's permission. Because we had 10 points spare and he was steamy as heck.
And we have 2 minutes. 2 minutes? Minute and a half. Let's see how good we can go.
I think because it's doubles and we've only got 6 games to talk about, we can allow ourselves 2 minutes.
Alright, go.
Oh, I can't remember.
We played Storm the Camps.
Yeah.
Which is something to do with
4 corners and you
corners.
deploy in opposite corners.
Yeah. But you need to just
Our
capture all of
army's
them. It's a bit
here, their
domination-like, but corners.
Yeah.
And we have oaths. You have oaths at the competition at this event, and you can get an easy, medium, or hard version. We were obviously always going for the hard one, and our one this time was don't let more than 25% of your models die at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Which for us meant 1.
We could allow 2 models to die.
Could we?
No, 1.
No, I think
we
we
could
can
allow.
only have 1 die.
We can only have 1 die.
Yeah.
Yeah. So quite tricky.
And they had Azog.
Yeah.
Did they have Bulg as well?
Bulg and a wall.
an
As I
ogre.
gone for.
And a bunch of Gundabeds?
Yeah. And some berserkers, yeah.
Some Berserkers, yeah.
Berserkers. So yeah, it was because this was the first time of us using the ring race, and the first time obviously Paul and Toby had played the ring race, and it became quickly apparent to them that killing them probably wasn't that helpful because then they just reappear.
Yeah.
And what Damian sent off a Mirkwood spider, gets killed. And I'm like,
That's the one then.
I'm like, Damian, we're probably, and he's like, oh, well, let's put that Mirkwood spider by Bulg so we can paralyse him. It's like, no, shh.
The road's a secret.
We don't want him to, not that.
We picked our oath about an hour before. I had no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And then he came out, no, because of the thing that will happen later. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll do my best to lose us the oath.
We did alright at killing their stuff with the race, they were pretty handy. And then Neki used channeled drain courage, sap courage, drain courage.
Oh, didn't we keep the game going?
Yeah.
Didn't we do? Because we wanted to try and get more VPs.
Yeah.
And somehow we kept the game going, didn't we? I thought we extended the game out by an extra turn.
Oh yeah, because when we were playing against Narza, we weren't charging with as much.
Yeah, that was it. We weren't charging them. We were letting them take courage tests that they would fail and not be able to charge us. Yeah. Because we wanted to get rid of Azog. And we drain courage on him one turn, which he resisted. And then was it channel drain courage?
And then you said, what does channel drain courage do? Well, I don't know.
You said you don't know.
But we took 5 will of it and channeled it.
Which, does it reduce it to 0? It reduces it by
T3,
D3.
Yeah. But I think we got 3. Anyway, we got Azog to run away,
decision.
which was great fun for us.
Yeah, it worked, and because of the channel drain courage, that's why he failed his courage test. He legged it, that was general points.
So anyway, we won, which was a good start for us, but it was a lovely game.
A very lovely game.
Taken 3 minutes.
Yeah, we were also talking about Oath and
we were.
It has been 3 weeks.
Yeah, so sorry if we're forgetting the details. Anyway, Paul actually commented in the section and said, I hated playing you, Damian. Tom was good though.
Imagine what he was saying after you told him he was a terrible player.
So he said, well, after much thought, I gave this a like. After the first round drubbing at Stockport by those dirty raids, I was tempted not to though. Seriously though, well played with a lovely army. Great to see the models in the flesh. I'm raising a tea toast to you now as I type this.
Wraithing a tea toast.
Yeah.
Use it.
Not literally as I type this, that would be dangerous. But as soon as I finish typing this, cheers.
Please enjoy tea responsibly.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. It was lovely to meet you and your son.
And Toby.
Who they won? Did they?
They won Wooden Spoon.
Wooden Spoon.
Yeah, they did indeed. So good first effort. Anyway, storming on to game 2, following Storm the Camp, we played Harry Parkle and Jacob Crotchmell.
And they'd been put together as 2 people who wanted to go.
Yes.
And didn't have a partner.
No, and we played Contest of Champions, which is start in the middle, do something.
And was that the one where your leader has to kill more than the opposing leader?
Yes, that was it. That was it. And our oath was not to spend any fate points.
Which is quite an easy one for us because
only gold.
We had gold, and isn't the hard version of it? Don't spend fate points, and don't use might, isn't it?
I think the hard one is don't use fake points. The medium was like, it was just don't use fate. I can't remember what the...
Was it have all your heroes alive, and then have all your heroes alive without spending fate?
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway,
Maybe.
the point being that we... No,
it can't have been.
because we got him killed.
Maybe it was easy was you resist all fate.
Oh, up again.
I don't know. We are so well prepared.
So well prepared. The envelope's not there. Used to be there. But now it is not there.
Good.
I thought it would be there. But now it's gone away. I think I put it in the cupboard.
Maybe it does.
We won't see it today.
So,
And I'm back.
And 2 minutes on this game. Your time starts now.
So at some point, goal. This was the Fell Beast. Oh, it's the Fell Beast that charged goal. That was great. The Fell Beast charged straight into the Keeper of Dungeons, who heroic. He got knocked down somehow, didn't he? He got hurled into. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone hurled into him like a wraith, so he got knocked down. The Fell Beast charged into him. He heroic struck.
No, this is a different game. Different game.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, you tell it.
Gold, we wanted to not use his fate, which was fine because he got crushed and died without us even considering using fate because he was just dead anyway.
Alright.
Because he took enough wounds. This was the one where our Witch King, who we were using as the leader, which is a bit naughty, instead of the Necromancer.
They had a Fell Beast.
Because they had, double Fell Beast, wasn't it?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
Undying.
Yeah, we made
Knight
the
of Umbar.
Witch King leader because he could kill.
So the Knight of Umbar quickly got up to about 3 kills.
It was
Killed
two.
the
It was two.
two. Killed the Mirkwood Spiders. Killed both Mirkwood Spiders.
Yeah.
As we were kind of peppering him with the Necromancer. And our wraiths were kind of half dying, half killing stuff, but it didn't really matter that they were dying because they were coming back. And we'd like train miles away to try and get him away from the Knight of Umbar so he couldn't get another cheeky kill.
Yeah.
We managed to kill the Knight of Umbar
How?
by trapping him.
Did we?
And Necromancer had got him down lots of will and might anyway by bombarding. I think we had a couple of ones where we could once he'd come over to kill the Mirkwood Spiders, we then deliberately had some raised die to go back towards him and then trap him.
Mm-hmm.
So we had that as well.
Cool.
Anyway, we managed to kill Knight of Umbar, so that meant that Witch King had to kill 3. So basically Harry and Jacob were trying to stop the Witch King from killing 3.
Yeah.
And we're making it very difficult for us, and I think it was on the last turn
It was very touch and go.
that the Witch King managed to do it because they were either sending in, like swamping him with loads of stuff so he would struggle to win if he didn't roll a 6. And we ended up using might to try and kill stuff, but then
There was some heroic combats going on with them for us to try
and then they started running stuff away from him so that he was too far away to kill things. But yeah, we did manage it. He got, was it 3 in the end?
Yeah, he got 3, so he didn't. You got VPs for killing more, twice as many or triple, and we just got more.
Yeah.
I think it was 3-2.
Yeah.
In the end.
Mm-hmm.
We also had at one point one of our big plans for the weekend, which was to shoot the Mirkwood Spiders at Fell Beasts.
Mm.
And we had 2 of them lined up that hadn't moved.
Yeah.
So essentially on a 5+ it would hit them.
And this was the Undying, I think.
Yeah. So he has no fate.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be down. And you chose not to hit with either of them.
No.
What was the thinking there?
Do it next time.
Do it. Don't need it.
Yeah.
Can be very deadly, but put time in charge, so no.
3 minutes again, but yes, there we go. So we ended up winning that, which we were
Very pleased with, yeah. Very
I mean, I think it's tough for them to kill many because of the race, but
bear in mind that I don't think we were in any doubt that we had a good army, but we'd never used it before, and it's a very weird army to use.
Yeah.
So I think we were pleasantly surprised to be coming through because that was a grim army to fight against.
Yeah, it was 2 raves and
It was Isengard as well, wasn't it?
yeah.
There was loads of berserkers and stuff in there.
Sugluk and
Yeah.
loads of and pikes and stuff. Anyway, game 3 was against Jake Tetley and Hayden Tetley.
Oh, the goblins! The goblins!
It was a ton of goblins and then a ton of Moria goblins, and they had a Gundabad drum and
Had a
Goblin
dweller,
King dweller.
2 marauders.
Yeah,
It was horrible. Goblin King.
Yeah,
Didn't mention that. Didn't have Smeagol running around, didn't
two
it?
shamans.
Gollum?
Yeah, Gollum.
Yeah, 2
Just
shamans.
an
It was
awful
horrible.
lot of stuff,
Horrible.
and it was domination.
Domination. We had 11 models. They had 70.
And
What was our oath?
This one was
Oh, it's
contest all the
contest.
heroics.
Yeah, so every time they called a heroic move, combat or shoot, we had to call one as well.
Yeah, which got funny at some point.
Yeah.
So anyway, time starts now.
The Goblin Scribe was on fire.
Yeah, they worked out how many brought on.
He
in the
brought
game.
on, so they had 70 models in their army, 68 models, and he brought on, I think, 37.
Yeah, as an idea, in the penultimate turn of the game, there were more models on the board.
Yeah,
than there were at the start of the game.
Than they started with.
That's almost 2 hours in.
Didn't we sacked Will on a Shaman, and I feel like we failed, or they resisted the first one, which was upsetting. Nippy McGee, one of the Shaman was one of the leaders, so the Lingering Shadow Wraith was hopping behind to engage him, and he did eventually kill him.
Yeah, so we got the 2 Shamans in the end, but it took quite a bit of Necromancer's time. I mean, the one thing that was helping us is once we turned off Fury, it then made it hard for them to get into us.
That actually, there was an interesting thing about using this army, that actually, I think, stopped us having any chance of winning, because their turns took so long. Because they had to take so many courage tests. There's so many models trying to charge.
Which isn't them being slow, it's just the nature of...
It's just a natural
every time they move a model, they've got to take a courage test.
I've got, it's not never this many, but somewhere around 30, 40, 50 courage tests a turn to try and charge us. And, they fail the majority of them, which gives another guy a chance.
Apart from the Dweller, who's like courage 7, which is nasty.
Yeah, and all the time we're trying to kill these guys and get their objectives, they've got these big, scary things that we're trying to get around. I think we did a couple of Channel Chill Souls, maybe. Blew up some goblins.
I messed up, remember?
Oh, God, you did, yeah.
There was one
you
where
moron.
I was like, well, yeah, if we roll...
It was 4 dice and 3 dice.
Yeah, if we did the 3-1, it's like, yeah, I'll be fine, 1-1-2. Oh, next time, let's use 4 to guarantee it. 4
4s.
Yeah, need a 5, no money left.
That could have been huge. 2 big Channel Chill Souls to blow things up. Didn't want it.
Anyway, we actually...
We did alright.
We did alright. Because of the nature of the courage test, they could only get so many on a race, and we were chopping through these goblins pretty effectively. And it got to the penultimate turn, and we needed to break them the turn before, and we just didn't quite make it. Maybe we were 1 or 2 off.
Did they not have 1 turn of courage tests?
Yeah, then they had the final turn was them having courage tests. And
this is really important. So to break them, it was 68. We had to kill 38 models.
Yeah,
is that right? No, it must be less than that. It was 68. So it's 34. We had to kill 35.
Yeah, something like that.
We had to kill 35 to break them. And when we finally did that on the penultimate turn, as Thomas said, they'd brought on 37, and the next turn, from courage test, they lost 36.
Yeah. More than we...
They lost more in the first turn of courage test than we had killed across the whole game. And then that was last game, and obviously they still had
enough on the objectives.
about 35 models on the table over the objectives, and won. But I think if that game had gone to a natural conclusion rather than run out of time, I think we could have taken it.
We could have won.
Because they're so resilient. But the guys were great. It was a really fun game, played in good spirits.
And Golb was surrounded by the Goblin King and some goblins.
Oh yeah.
So Golb has a might point left. It was Grinner and the Goblin King. Grinner does heroic strike. And the Goblin King does heroic combat. Golb should probably heroic strike in that situation to keep himself alive. But because we had to contest all heroics, and it wasn't strikes, it was combats and moves.
Combats, moves and shoots.
Goblin King had called a heroic combat, so Golb calls a heroic combat.
To attack Golb.
To which
he's fighting the Goblin King and Gorilla.
To which Jake and Hayden were like, "What? You doing
and
what?"
You could see them. You could see them think that they'd missed something. A kind of real tactical. What are they doing? And we were like, no, we're just idiots.
Think about it, and they're like, ah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, we know.
There's our heroic combat first. Oh look.
Oh, he's dead.
He hasn't killed anyone. He hasn't inflicted the minimum 5 wounds that were necessary for his heroic combat to work.
Oh dear.
There's a goblin in there as well.
It's a good game, but we
lost quite convincingly, I think, in the end. But we did get the oath.
Yeah. And that
hard mode.
And that was it for day 1.
That was it for day 1. We then had some pizza, which was lovely. And day 1 had finished relatively early.
Yeah.
We spent about an hour making up some excellent jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Many of which will many of which will feature in future Palantir sketches.
Yeah. Let's not give them away now.
Morgoth from the halls of Mandos rang Sauron before he regained his power. and other seminal hits.
Yeah.
And then me, you, Jamie and Ed. Jamie had a great idea, which was, I've got this new game.
Laser Rider.
Laser Rider? Laser Surfer?
Yeah, it's like
Laser Rider's like Tron, where you're essentially in space.
Yeah, and it's quite psychedelic.
Yeah.
Colours, the game.
And you're trying to make a kind of track. You're meant to be surfing through space, leaving a yellow or a coloured path behind you, and kind of surf through these
gates,
I guess. And it's really simple. If you sail through 3, you win.
Right.
And we played it once, and was it Ed that won?
Yeah.
We played it once, and Ed we played it for about 20 minutes, and Ed sailed through 3, and we went, oh, that was good fun. And then it turned out we'd played it a bit wrong. Yeah. And there were some other rules. So then we went, oh, let's give it another go.
We were there for a good 2 hours.
It was awful. It was really good with the new rules. It was great fun for about an hour.
Yeah.
And what you do in it, you create this track, and then if you crash, you have to start again.
So if you hit someone else's track or your own track, then that deletes your whole thing.
And you go back, and you might have invested half an hour into creating this track. So point me, we all did it. Your little one where you were meandering around at the side for about 3 days. And what would invariably happen is you'd spend loads and loads of turns building your track, go through 2 gates, and then the other 3 would go, oh, they're going to win, so which of us can stop them? Yeah. And then we'd just draw a track in front of yours, so you had to crash straight into it.
Your one with me, I was 1 turn away from winning. I'd done it. And then you had to chuck on to get, because it has this weird thing where you have to close your eyes
and throw things onto
it. So when you crashed and died, you had to throw something. Oh no, that was it. Pick your starting position within arm's reach.
Within arms. And it's clearly meant to be, if you're sitting at the table, you're clearly meant to do this or this. But it turns out that 4 mildly competitive gamers will take arm's reach to mean this. There.
But yeah, you put one on, and then your first go was go as fast as possible towards mine. It was millimetre perfect. I was like, oh come on! There's just nothing you can do. I was like, I've won. Oh no, I've not won. I've crashed.
In fact, not only have I not won, I'm right back to the start. It's
2 hours ago.
so demoralising. Yeah. And
there was a point where we all kind of crashed at the same point. We're effectively back to the start of the game, an hour and a half in.
And then someone came around going, oh guys, are you still playing? As in, are you still playing games with this? And we're like, it's the same game. And it was Tom that cracked first. I
was done.
I can't.
It's when you did that, I was like, I'm done.
Left the game. I was like, I can't keep going with this. I can't do this anymore. And then me, Jamie, I think it wasn't much after. It was about 10 minutes later. Jamie just suddenly went, should we just put it back in the box?
It was super fun for about an hour.
Yeah, it was really good
fun,
but it's too hard. It's too easy to stop someone winning. Is the problem?
Yeah.
And I don't think we were particularly gaming it. It's just too. When you see someone's about to win, you just go, "Well, stop that."
Yeah.
But Laser Rider's fun as long as you don't want it to end.
Yeah.
There's our review.
Yeah.
And then I think you went for a shave.
Yeah.
And then
I don't even know what.
This never came back. But then I was, I'm well aware of Tom Harrison late nights. And someone was going, he's gone for a shave. I was like, you're never seeing him again.
Yeah.
He's
but
long gone.
I forgot about the Friday night with your bin basketball. That was the Friday because we got a lolly stick from the curry house.
Yeah.
So great content, guys.
Silly content.
There was a bin from a hotel.
In the hotel.
Yeah, because they provide you with one.
Premier Inn. You wouldn't get that at the Britannia.
And Damian.
You get a hole in the floor.
So this is a good
30 foot?
Yeah. good 12 feet away. Damien has... it sounds really bad now. Damien had 3 attempts and then got the lollipop in on the third attempt, which was actually not bad. But you also had a heroic sock.
Straight to the face?
Yeah, twice. It was a good day for Damien. He could have retired. His throwing was on point.
Yeah, mad skills, mate. It was one for, I remember one for range, one awful miss to lull you into a false sense of security, and then bang, it's in the bin.
Yeah.
Seemed
3
lolly
good at the
sticks.
time.
This is why people tune in.
Also, Damian, when he missed the first 2, Tom picked that up.
Oh yeah, you threw it back. I didn't have 3 lolly sticks, that was it. You had to keep reloading me.
Yeah. Anyway, day 2. We are playing...
Yeah, beefeater. Beefeater, potato skins.
Oh, yeah.
That was lovely. And myself and Will had a chat with the German guys, Pascal and Janos.
And they... Spoilers.
Spoilers.
When
Talk about it at the end. Talk about it now. And I had a really good chat with those guys who'd come over for the tournament, which was really great, really nice to meet them. And chatting about their the Alliance Matrix and stuff, all in really good spirits and stuff, just talking about quite how it works over in Germany and stuff. It was really interesting. So a lovely evening just chatting to some people.
Very nice.
Indeed.
So yeah, day 2, our first game was against Rob White and Ryan Hitch, and we played to the death, and they had
filth. I mean, we had filth
Yeah,
as well,
so,
let's be honest. But
themed filth though.
yeah.
But theirs was another 2 Felbies, so it was again Undying. No, it was Shadow Lord and Undying, and
I feel
then
like
some Reavers and
it was Reavers.
Morannons and
Reavers with Morans
some orcs,
behind.
whatever, yeah.
Banner.
Some stuff, yeah, banner.
To the death, banner. Come on.
So yeah, and our oath was to kill all the enemy heroes.
Okay.
Ooh.
You go. You're better than me.
Well, you can talk about the banner in a bit. So we had to kill all of their enemy heroes, so we were peppering the wraiths with Necromancer and then trying our best to get on them. And
they're at the back, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But I think they hadn't really thought about the ring race to start with because one was on horse.
Yeah.
It was Shadowlord on Felbeast and Undying on horse, and they had the Undying obviously protected behind the lines, killed our race, and then boom, in the Undying's face, because they can jump when they come back to life. So we kind of jumped on them quite early, and we eventually got the Shadowlord down by again trapping it. And was it? I don't think it was Gold, but I think it was, which is the one, like the burly one who's
Slayer of Men.
Yeah, he's epic, and we heroic struck against the Shadow Lord and took him down that way. So that went well. The Undying took a lot of time. I remember we kind of I think we got it off his horse, but he kind of ran away on foot, and we had to chase him and kill him.
Yeah. I can't remember how we got rid of the Felbeast.
We had to kill a Haradrim Taskmaster.
Yeah, because it's an enemy hero. Yeah.
We did that in the end, and then...
I remember our Necromancer was there to very little will. He was running away with the Witch King near him.
Yeah, because they were trying to kill the Witch King because that was our leader.
Yeah.
And were killing him, but then he keeps popping back. But I think they got him down to no might in the end.
Yeah, I think so.
So it was touch and go on that.
There was a roll, I think we made a roll where a 1 would have killed him for his resurrection.
Yeah. But then at this point we weren't going to break them, so we needed to get
We killed their leader, right?
Yes. So we've killed their leader, but they had points for the banner.
The banner.
So it was us trying to kill the banner, and you used the lingering shadow.
I think I had 3 over there. I'd come all the lingering shadow. I don't know. And I went 3 raves over there, attacking this bunch of. They had a banner hiding right at the back for the whole game, and the lingering shadow got onto him, and then they'd sent over reinforcements. It was basically, could these 3 wraiths get through and sort of take him out? And I was mainly playing against Rob while you played Ryan, and Rob always just had enough models in
go pass it if
in the right position. And when we ran out of might, they won a really crucial priority, I seem to remember, so they were able to leg it, and we did catch them right at the end and trap them, and it just didn't come off, did it?
You had him trapped, but it was just against 1. But the nature of the other fights, we'd won priority. You would have 2 dice to win the fight against a banner with a spear support, and then
I double won it or something.
Yeah, and then you'd probably kill it, but and then maybe it didn't have a spear support. Yeah, you'd probably kill it, but then you lost the fight. It was against 2 models. Yeah, by rolling a 1 and a 2.
Surely.
Glorious work. I think the draw was probably a fair result because they could have killed the Witch King. Because Neki, Neki was like on one will, so you know if they just charge Necromancer, they kill him. Easier for the Witch King to go down. So if it had gone on, because I think it was time, or was it no, maybe it was end for 25%, but whatever. I think it could have gone either way that game. So yeah, draw seemed fair enough. Just frustrating from our point of view.
It would have been 25% because we didn't break them. I think it was just time.
Yeah, I think it was just time. But I think you just love banners in scenarios.
I hate banner in that scenario so much. It's so stupid.
Anyway.
Oh, I bought a banner in my army list. I'm winning. I couldn't actually buy a banner. Oh, you're losing.
Anyway, moving on to game 5, we played David Reed and James Gilroy.
Did indeed, the future of the hobby.
And it was divide and conquer, which was effectively like hold ground, but with some different deployment.
Well, you start in the corners instead. You start in opposite corners instead of starting
4 different corners because doubles. And our oath was to do heroic combats with the Witch King. So 1 heroic combat, 2 heroic combats, and then for hard heroic combat, 2 heroic combats, and 1 of them's into the enemy leader. Yeah. So they had elves with Legolas and Thranduil, old Legolas and Thranduil, with a sentinel, and then Lake Town was with Bard and Gandalf the Grey.
Percy.
And
Hilda? Hilda?
Yes. And up you go.
What we basically did was attack the Lake Towners, and then some. They got really not necessarily lucky, but I don't know, fortunate with the shooting at the Necromancer. They took off tons and tons of will, about 10 will off Necromancer just kept hitting him and wounding him. But we just destroyed the Lake Towners, sent all the race into them. A couple of channeled Chill Souls blew up the Lake Towners.
And Gulb into Gandalf.
Yeah, he caught
Gandalf or something.
Caught Gandalf against the table edge quite early, which was great. And then took him out, which then basically left us with our full army, albeit with a weakened Necromancer, against the elves fighting for the middle. Yeah.
But they had a Thranduil and Legolas with a load of will to prevent channeled Chill Souls in the middle. We tried the heroic combats with the Witch King, got a good one, killed Hilda with it. And then what happened? The Witch King started dying, fine, comes back. Damian won. Alright, well that's a might point.
He has to use a might point to survive.
It's alright, he's still got might point left, can still heroic combat into Legolas if he gets the chance. Gets killed again, Damian won. Bye chance. So yeah, it would have been tough still to get into Legolas because you've got to kill an elf who can probably parry.
I know it was the dice, but it felt like it was my fault.
Yeah.
I felt like, part of that was the fact that you made me feel like it was my fault.
Yeah.
But it's like,
probably was your fault.
I rolled that twice.
Yeah. So anyway,
That game we kept it going. I remember thinking we were like, if we don't want to break them because the game could end. Yeah. But we want to get them as close to breaking as possible.
So it was a weird last time where David was trying to kill his guys. The penultimate turn where he's trying to kill them whilst we're trying to not kill them.
Yeah. Classic SPG.
Yeah, and then we got to the final turn and we were hoping that some of the elves would run away because we charged into their heroes.
And lots had run away the turn before, which perhaps with the -1 courage, their courage 4, perhaps gave us a false sense of how likely they were to run away. Yeah. And so we tagged the heroes and then basically left them all to run away, thinking, as you always do in this scenario, if they don't run away, they'll charge us because they're trying to kill us. Yeah. And of course, the reality is that when they didn't run away, they don't charge us because they're not going to kill the race and they'll stay there. And not only that, but there was 3 elves that we had 3 spare race. It was pretty unforgivable. It was a very big error. That we had 3 spare race that we hadn't charged 3 elves with, and those 3 elves had bows, and they shot and killed a Mirkwood Spider. Yeah. So because we didn't charge them, not only did we not get the chance to kill those 3, they killed one of our model.
I think we lost by 1 or 2.
It was 11-10 in the middle. So if they hadn't killed the spider, it would have been 11 all. And if we had charged them, I feel fairly confident we would have killed at least one of those elves. And that was serious tactical error on our part. It was absolutely a mistake.
Yeah, but it was a good game.
It was a really good game, and
I also enjoyed how James was like, "Oh, I've got no medals left now."
Yeah.
We just slaughtered the lake down.
I was pleasantly surprised by how close we got to winning whole ground with 11 models.
Yeah.
Against I think we had to kill 30 to break them, didn't we? Maybe does that make sense?
Yeah, they're surprisingly good at killing stuff. The race.
A really good game, but a loss.
Yeah.
And with it, any chance of podiuming with 2 losses and a draw, essentially.
Yeah. And we failed on our oath a bit, which was.
So we only got was that our first easy?
Yeah. So we've got hard all up to this point and then an easy.
We got a medium as well, didn't we? In the end, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Then final game, we were drawn against Rob White and Ryan Hinch again.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Three more raids.
Yeah. So, and this was a scenario called Behind Enemy Lines, which is a bit confusing, where you have to kind of kill whatever they had that starts in the middle, which is a part of their army.
Yeah, you have to wipe out that warband.
Yeah, and our oaths was to not fail any courage tests.
And we were playing an army with 3 ring raids.
Was it 3? 2? Must have been 2.
Was it 2?
Shadow.
Oh, maybe it was only 2.
Was it? Maybe it was. No, Shadow Lord Undying.
I thought they had 3.
Did they have Unbar? Yeah. No, you're right. Now you think about it.
I think they had 1 on Felbeast and 2 on Horse.
Yeah, that was it. Unbar. We told this wrong in the other.
They had 1 on Felbeast and 2 on Horse.
It was Knight of Unbar on Felbeast, and then Shadow Lord and Undying on Horse.
Yeah. And so obviously the way you do beat them is by getting the jump on them, charging them, stopping them, casting them, getting them to combat. And we couldn't risk charging because even they've got -1 courage, and so our raids are at courage 5, and to get the oath on hard, you couldn't use any will or might to pass the courage test.
And we were like, we're so far down in the tournament, we might as well just go with the oath.
Yeah, there was no point in winning the game for the tournament.
And the oath was the second decider. So once you've done tournament points, that's the next best thing.
So we went in to try and beat a filthy Reaver with support army with 3 ring race with the absolute certainty that we couldn't charge the ring race. Yeah. Quite the ask.
Yeah. So anyway, we started this game and we did do some heroic moves and then didn't charge. And
it was a few turns in where we were behind the lines in range of all the race, and we called a heroic move to. There was I can't remember what the reason was.
It was to stop their middle gang running away from the middle.
It was to stop them running away, and then we didn't charge any of the raids. And they were like, oh, I think they must have thought we were idiots.
Yeah. Well, alright, we'll cast
you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to charge the raids. No, thank you. It's fine. But that was one where Gold really shone.
Yeah.
And he'd got hurled through, so he was prone. He got charged by the Knight of Umber on Felbeast. He heroic struck. Won the fight, stood up. The next turn he got charged by the Knight of Umber again. He heroic struck.
He had other stuff on. I think he had Reavers on him as well. It was Reavers and Knight of Umber.
Yeah, maybe. Heroic struck, won the fight, and killed the Knight of Umber. It was absolutely glorious.
This was the other one where Kamul called a heroic shoot because they had 4. What's the corner with bow lining up against the Mirkwood Spider? We're like, we're not having that.
And he had 1 wound left.
Yeah.
And the Mirkwood Spider was in range of the Knight of Umber on Felbeast. So Kamul calls a heroic shoot to allow a Mirkwood Spider to shoot.
We're needing a 6. And then into combat.
Yeah.
Damian rolls.
Boom! Big 6! Big 6!
Who does he hit?
It's the Knight of Umber! Mass celebrations, greatest shot of all time.
Oh yeah.
Jamie Gibbs watching on goes, oh God, if he fails his fate point now, he's gone. And we were like,
And then Ryan passed his
fate. And in what I thought was a rude and anticlimactic way, Ryan then passed his fate point.
Because that could have been glorious.
And then the Watchers gunned down the Mirkwood Spider. Yeah. That would have been the greatest use of heroic shoot ever. A ring race calling heroic shoot to allow a spider to shoot at a Felbeast.
Yeah. Then we were having a necromancer off against that race because we were trying to
kill leaders.
Kill the Undying or whoever it was. Or their wraiths, but only through the necromancer because we couldn't charge them to take their will down. Then we did a...
The necromancer was on 1 will.
Yeah.
And he wasn't our leader. And we were like, right, we've got to go big. for the Undying.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way we could kill their leader. So the Necromancer calls a heroic channel.
Yeah.
And one of the rogues calls a heroic move. They call a heroic move, and we win the roll off. So that's going big.
Yeah.
Taking the punt to channel when you don't know if you're going to get a chance to do it. He gets his one will point. He's got one will point left, and he chucks it and casts.
It was whatever the. It was channeled at will, so it's down to 0.
So it's down to 0.
And the Undying had maybe 9 left. 10 left.
He had 9. He had 9 will points, and the guys debate how many will to
so
use.
They had no might left with him.
Ryan thinks they should use 3. I rolled a 4. I only rolled a 4. So
Oh, no, they had might. 4. They must have had might left with him.
They didn't. They absolutely didn't.
Okay.
But Ryan wants to use 3.
Yeah.
Rob wants to use 4. And you've got to get 4 plus. It's our leader. There's no point in having will.
Oh yeah, it was a 4. It wasn't even getting a 6.
No, so chuck the 4 dice. Guarantee the 4. And Ryan goes, "No, I'm leaving 3." So Rob goes, "All right, roll 3." And Ryan takes it. He's got his 3 dice. He takes one out and he goes, "That's a funny looking 3."
Yeah.
Showing him the 2 dice. Chucks it. 3 and a 1. We go nuts. Rob is furious.
Undying goes.
Undying pops as a leader. Necromancer pops.
I don't think Necromancer popped. I think maybe he had 1 left.
Nah, he popped.
I thought they had to pop the Shadow Lord to get rid of the Necromancer. Oh no, they popped the Shadow Lord to get rid of the Witch King because they played cleverly in this game.
Yeah, it was a big black dart.
Because they used Black Dart with all the Wraiths. Because our Wraiths don't come back as easily if you kill them with magic. So they were using a lot of Black Dart. So they popped the Shadow Lord to do a Black Dart.
Yeah.
Effectively. So we ended up killing all of the Wraiths again without actually charging them.
Yes.
Anyway, we ended up winning this one. It had Banner again, and I don't think did we kill the Banner this time?
I don't know, but we managed to kill the last of the Warband.
Yeah. No, we didn't kill it because it survived its courage test.
No, it was hiding miles away.
Yeah, but we broke them.
And we wiped out the middle Warband.
And killed the leader.
Yeah.
I don't think we wiped out the middle Warband, but they just killed our leader. Yeah, they did kill the Witch King in the end. But they couldn't break us, so that's how we won that. So yeah, we had...
We were very chuffed to have done it and beat Ringwraiths without charging them.
Yeah.
I thought.
But I think they were also chuffed because they were the first ones to kill the Witch King. Oh, our leader. So yeah, no, they weren't because... Yes, they were. Yes. So we finished 9th in the tournament with that.
It was a great game as well, the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
we got to play them twice.
It was really fun.
On the same day. Yeah. And they were really great opponents.
Especially when Ryan failed that roll.
The cheers to Ryan and Rob, it was great.
Yeah, I think we gave them most Spartan in the end.
I think so, yeah. So it was like we had 2 really good games against them, whereas we only had 1 really good game against everyone else. So.
Yeah. So yeah, we finished 9th, which we were quite pleased with in the end.
Yeah, how did you find the army? What did you think of it?
I think it was interesting for us because it's very cool to use and there's a lot to think about. I think it could easily become very frustrating for your opponent. You can't kill them. But I really enjoyed using them. Shame about partner, but enjoyed using the army.
Good.
And we also managed to win the Oaths.
We won the Oaths. Because we got 15 Oath points out of 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got an easy and a medium.
Yeah, I think
that's how we dropped 3.
I can't remember which was a medium.
So we got 4 hard, 1 easy and 1 medium, which is exactly the same as Will and Ed.
Yeah.
But did we have more VPs? Is that what it was?
Yes.
It was a tiebreaker, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, we were pleased with that, and we got we've got it. The prize for keeping the oaths was an ornamental Oathkeeper, Jamie Lannister's sword, which is quite cool, quite snazzy.
And you have your little record book.
I do have my little record book.
We may have 1 or 2 from this time.
Yeah, good shout.
So, over the course of the weekend, so 6 games, how many times do you think the Ringwraiths died?
Properly?
6 games, yeah. Properly died.
Dead.
Gone.
I think 4.
It was 3.
3.
3 times. That's
We
6
lost
games.
3 ring race
3
over
ring
6 games. And the necromancer died twice, didn't he?
Yeah. So yeah.
Like, shows you.
Ridiculous.
I mean, it was... I'd say it was an 80-point tournament, so it's slightly less competitive, but it was a very competitive 80-point tournament. There was a lot of very good, tough armies there.
In terms of number of kills, Thrain got 1. The Wraiths got from 9 up to 29. So Kamal was the winner with 29.
So Kamal's 3 attacks. It must be the Burly one next.
And then, yeah, 22 for the Slayer of Man.
So 3 attacks trumps Burly.
And then after that was just an Abyssal Knight, which is the switchy ones, but it's just... It doesn't really matter beyond that.
Probably worth saying the 2 that we left out were one of the Slayers of Men and the Forsaken.
Yeah. And the Necromancer killed 25, which is actually second in the kill count thanks to some
Chill Souls.
Chill Souls. Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
So possibly if you only want to take one, maybe take Kamal.
I also enjoyed this.
What?
Damian's note at the start of the book. Please return this journal to your humble servant, Damian O'Byrne. As a reward, I'll give you a hug. Aww.
True story.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a really good tournament. We enjoyed
It was really good fun. Yeah.
Well done, Jamie and Harry.
Well done to Jamie and Harry for running.
No, it's equal.
I don't think it was.
It was?
He was banging on about it all weekend.
No, it's not. It was 56.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, that's how many it's gone into the Great British Hobbit League stats.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't count. Jamie and Harry don't count as people.
Oh, well. The equal biggest independent doubles tournament. But
and
well
then
done.
by virtue of me putting stuff into the record sheet, we're above them. Because it's not even... What was the name of it? Stockport in Flames is probably above the 7 stones from alphabetical order, but I just made it up.
I think Stockport's higher than 7.
From an alphabetical, if we're joint, you'd put Stockport rather than the 7 stones.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But
But no, it was a really good tournament. It was great fun. Loved doubles.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day I'll get to play with a nice partner.
Yeah.
But well done to Jamie and Harry. It was an awesome tournament and we had a blast. And then shot home down the motorway.
And with that, shall we plough into...
No, because you've forgotten the trivia section.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Would you like to talk about last week's?
Indeed, last week my trivia question was, what would this guy do? How many Gundabad, how many Azog's Legion models have I painted?
How many is it, Damian?
You want the correct answer now?
Yeah.
I think it's 42. There's a kind of caveat. It's either 40 or 42.
But getting 42 in heroic style / they watch your hobby vlogs. Tom Canlin and David Murphy. Well played, guys. 2 people, Josh Crosby and Larry, were one off. They got 41.
Oh.
I think they might have been missing Golb. Not sure. Keeper of the
I
Dungeons.
thought the banner possibly.
Or maybe the banner, yeah.
No, because the Keeper of Dungeons is not in there.
Okay.
The correct answer is 24 Gundabad Orcs, 6 Berserkers, that's 30. 2 Captains, 32. Banner, 33. Bolgfoot and Mounted, 35. Azogfoot and Mounted, 37. 3 Trolls, 2 Trolls and Stumpy, 40, and 2 Ogres, 42.
And maybe it was Azog on foot that might have been missed.
Yeah, it's the issue is Azog Foot and Mounted was painted. It is an Azog's Legion model, so it does count. The correct answer is 42, but it was painted before the project.
Yeah.
So if you went back and watched the hobby vlogs, Azog Foot and Mounted wouldn't be counted, but he is available in the Azog's Legion list. So the correct answer is 42.
Well done. You have the chance to buy yourself a Freddo.
Yeah.
And mine was the horse that Halbrad gave to Aragorn. And the answer is Rohirrim.
Rohirrim?
Or something like that. It's Roheryn. I don't know how you pronounce it properly.
A bit like Rohirrim.
Yeah. Anyway, getting that correct were Dr. Dan, Philip Curran and Bayrig89. Well done, chaps. So you also have the chance to get yourself a Freddo.
Enjoy your Freddo.
David Whitaker said, forgot the trivia section, so 4 long on horse for Damian's question and 69 for Tom's. To which Larry replied, your guesses would almost make sense if they were the other way around. So, great answer. It doesn't make sense. He'd never have painted 69 guns, but that's what you want about.
As also Legion models, actually. Jokes on you.
Trivia question for this week.
Indeed.
Shall I go first?
Yes.
My question is, based on the wonderful first 10 minutes that you watched, you may have noticed us making some reference to Taylor's name being Taylor and Taylor Swift being I'm told she's quite famous.
Pop star. Yeah, she sings songs.
Yeah. So we have made reference to some Taylor Swift songs in the sketch.
What?
How many?
And we're
going to probably have to go back and watch this.
We're going to caveat it with its singles.
Yes.
Because otherwise we might have inadvertently said the name of some Taylor Swift album songs.
Okay.
How many Taylor Swift singles are mentioned?
I mean, I wouldn't get too much caught up on that caveat, but yeah.
I don't know. She's got a song called Mean, right?
Yeah.
Which wasn't a single, and it's quite likely at some point in the sketch we say mean.
Oh, okay. What
See
do you
what I
mean? Yeah.
Yeah. That sort of thing.
Okay.
Mean is not one.
You should probably note the names of all the ones that you think, if you think there's any ones that we may or may not include.
Indeed. How many Taylor Swift songs are mentioned in this week's sketch?
What a Lord of the Rings related trivia question.
Absolutely.
Dang
It's
it.
Taylor rated. My question, I am going to go a bit Lord of the Ringsy, relates to this book, Legions of Middle-earth. A fine publication, now long out of production and out of date. Our question for this book is, for this week, is how many, a lot of you will know that in here you get the titles of models for an army list and their points values, you don't get the profile. Famously, there were a lot of unit entries in here that never got profiles. And my question for you is, how many are there? How many named troops and warriors are there in here that never got a profile?
I'm not going to say some of the things, but...
Yeah, there's quite...
Yeah.
I don't want to do.
Anyway.
And there might be... There's a bit
Please
of a
send me the
caveat.
response to that before I go roll through the comments.
I'm going to... There might be occasionally a bit of TO judgment required, and we're going to go with clearly not having a profile. I'll give you an example. There's one, I think Dane King Under the Mountain is on there, and I don't believe Dane King Under the Mountain ever had a profile, but Dane had a profile.
So yeah, let's not worry.
So he would not count. We're looking for things that never had an SPG profile.
Yeah.
That clearly didn't get one. Not
the name
a
is
slight
slightly
name
nuanced
changing.
difference. Yeah.
How many?
There's some good ones,
profiles?
isn't there?
Yeah. There's a lot. That's my question.
Cool. Anyway, with that, we will plough on.
Indeed, and we'll finish this episode of the Palantir in our traditional way, with a 50-point bat rep.
Should we do that now, or should we?
I think we should do it now, but it's been
A bit
it's
sweaty.
been a bit sweaty up here, so I reckon before we do it, change our clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shave.
Yeah, maybe shave or maybe grow some stubble,
Grow some hair.
grow some hair. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Let's enjoy the 50-point bat rep. Can my Wild Raiders take down the thrice victorious Lake Towners? We'll see you on the other side. So here we are for this week's 50-point bat rep, and we have Tom's victorious Lake Towners. Have they won 3 times?
Yeah.
Is this them? The record's 5, right?
Something like that. Yeah, they won't go top with this.
And up against them, interesting list potentially, I've gone for 4 Wild Riders, that one of whom has a throwing spear.
Oh, which one?
It's the one with the throwing spear.
Got you.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying.
But we've probably talked about that. We just talked about that before we set up anyway.
Yeah.
So you know what we've got. And we will now plunge inevitably into priority. This week sponsored by the EAHC. That's a really tricky set of syllables to say. Syllables? They're not syllables.
Just letters.
One. Good. Don't get EAHC. You can't say AH. It's hard to say. Does that sound? It sounds like you're stuttering. EAHC. That's a trick. Over to you.
Yeah. I will stand still.
Okay. I'm going to
bring it. What was it? Did you say last week? 2 weeks ago, in the words of Winston Churchill, "Come at me, bro." I enjoyed that particularly. We'll steal at some point.
I remember that speech. When he was, on the front lines of the trenches in World War One, commanding our troops.
Come at me, bro. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
Anyway, back to the game. You've charged forward, presumably just out of 6.
Yeah.
Good work.
I know, right?
Shooting?
Mm-hmm.
Any heroic shooting from you?
Not from me.
Shame.
Did use a solid heroic shooting.
Although we've already talked about that. Yeah, you've already enjoyed that on the show. Right. 3 shots?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot at the throwing spear
without
guy.
The throwing spear. Cool.
So 4. Oh, it's such a shame.
Oh, it's changed. Throwing spear.
Oh no, don't you dare. 6s you moved. Don't get too excited.
He's going for their all strength 4, so yeah, he'll go for a
bowman.
A bowman.
Yep. Oh, it's a shame. Great shooting. And priority is BU. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let's have it.
Oh no, but that's...
Pow. Throwing spear. A bowman.
No. Good job you got that throwing spear. It was worth it.
He's not done yet. He's got other throwing spear related activities in him.
I can... What's that? 1 on that guy, 1 on that guy, 2 on that guy, 2 on that guy. Oh, do I go ballsy against...
Just so you know, I'm going to kill 6 of your guys in this turn. I just want to...
though they can shield, I think I'm going to go ballsy on these guys.
Okay. 6 dead, right?
If you do, I'll be so upset. Do you want me to set the bar then?
Yep.
I'll set the bar by shielding on the end. Oh, it's 3, it's not
6,
good.
solid.
God, no.
4 then. 5. So cool.
Oh, I love that. Oh no, he's on his bottom.
Oh,
what a
fair.
shame.
Right, anyway.
Right, next one.
5 dead.
I'll shield. It's only a 4.
So,
What did you get?
5.
Okay. Shame.
There you go.
Dead.
Next one.
Oh, I've got 3 here. Well, you set the bar now. 6 to win. Oh.
Defense 4.
Yeah.
First one. Dead, take it off.
Oh, no.
Second one. Dead, take it off.
Great tongue action.
It's working.
Oh no! 3 on
Next
this
one.
That's
3,
cocked.
4.
I can beat that.
You won't know.
I will.
Oh,
Yeah, EH. EAH. Oh my, it is awful.
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard to say.
EH. Oh, the dice.
Oh, it's not. It's a joke to end all.
Oh, come on, could have even piercing struck if I'd been thinking. Oh well. Oh, I've just lost 3 guys for nothing. It's not gone well. Win priority. Oh, this has to be a 4. 50-50 for the game.
Couldn't it be a 5 or a 6?
Well, yeah.
You may be good at this game.
Oh, heroic move.
It's sad.
Heroic move.
Charge.
Oh god.
Charge. Throwing spear.
Oh, don't you dare.
At, it's strength 3, isn't it? So it doesn't matter. Because it's the same when you're in combat, isn't it? At the bowman.
It's not gone well.
I'm going to take out that cheeky spear support. If you want to fight me, you got to charge me.
I mean, fine. Right, you choke now. Spearman.
Yep. So,
Is that a double?
Off you go.
Oh, what?
A wog.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't matter, they're all dying.
This one I can't do anything different with, so let's do that. It's a 5. So 6 to win. Come on, this is that's
3.
what we want.
That's a 3.
It's not 6.
Right, dead, take it off.
Right.
Really see where all the other armies were struggling.
Right, I'll go 2 on this guy and I'll
2 on
fight.
that guy, both dead.
I'm going to piercing strike, sorry, but I'm not seeing. But...
Oh, shame.
Oh,
So the,
where's Bard with his banner?
gets the spearman. Oh, he's dead, take it off. The piercing striker, he's dead, take it off.
There's no point in shielding now. I'll fight you. I'll piercing strike.
Piercing strike.
Oh, it's a chance. Just needs a 5. Bring it on. Oh my god.
It was close. Oh, I believe the phrase is dead, take it off. I presume. Yeah, you must go down to defence 4.
Yeah.
I mean, you mathematically must go down to defence 4. That felt quick, Tom. Did that feel quick to you?
I don't know, things you yeah.
Smashed it.
Let's just go into a post-battle battery breakdown. Who saw that coming? What is that?
Oh, I'm glad to have changed back into my sweaty
Yeah, I know.
clothes. After the new clothes we put on for that, I got very sweaty after my glorious victory.
That was awful.
That was brilliant. It worked. I tailored. I won. I mean, what have the other 50-point armies been struggling with? Just get a few Warg Riders, bang, dead. I mean, again and again and again.
Yeah.
It was glorious. I remember the cry of I remember because it's just happened. The cry of I'm going to kill 6 this turn.
Yeah.
And I didn't. But I killed 4, I think, in that turn.
Maybe.
You remember it just happened.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, did you win a fight? No.
Maybe. Yeah, but I had one chance to convert and didn't take it. It was
I mean,
too far gone after turn 1. You just.
I crushed them.
Yeah.
I absolutely murdered them.
Yeah.
So Lake Town's gone.
Yeah.
And our reigning 50-point back champions down here
The
are the 4 Warg Riders.
With a throwing spear.
With a throwing spear. What do you think you'll bring to take down the might of them?
I have no idea.
Is there anything?
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
I mean, it's like the Aowen and
They're pretty good
Rider
at
things.
strength
Cavalry.
4.
Cavalry's
Yeah,
huge.
Strength 4 and cavalry.
Do you bring competing cavalry to try and nick their advantage?
Oh. Yeah, but they're the cheapest cavalry. They're pretty good.
I'm pleased with that. I reasoned that
Did you
one out.
logic to rocks and science? I don't know. I'll have a think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See how far they go.
Mhm.
Remember, I think it's the first cavalry force we've used
Yeah.
since we've been able to take all warriors.
Yeah.
So they could be legit
Devastating.
devastating. We'll have to
Until
see.
that time when they play a lot, get charged when they don't win priority and die.
Yeah. Tom's desperately trying to work out if there's a 50-point model with Nature's Wrath.
Yeah. Cool. And with that, that's it for this week.
Indeed, this is huge.
Yeah.
We don't know. We can't see how long it is, but this feels long.
Oh, we could even make this 2 parts. I mean, we won't because
I think we could be pushing the 2-hour mark of everything going into this.
what
But
a special episode.
indeed, you didn't get one last week, so we hope you've enjoyed it. There's our episode of the Palantir.
Yeah.
Are we back next week?
Maybe. Let's say there's a 75% chance of us doing one next week.
I give that prediction a perfect 5 out of 7.
Yeah, good.
We'll hopefully see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what you think about everything in the comments below. Experiences of the recent tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had a kind of debate, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Instant reactions to the sketch.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some reaction videos going up. That'd be good to see. And anything about battle companies and the other new releases you'd like to see us chatting about.
Indeed.
Until next time.
Don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe.
Support your Hobbit host by clicking in the links below.
Follow us on Facebook and like us on Twitter.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
And happy
Strategy.
battle.
Okay.
Boom. Smashed it.
Plant.
It's only gone midnight.
Yeah, no doubt, mate, no doubt. No, it was good to see you too. Yeah, really good. It's good to be doing some more content with you again. Yeah. Long way to continue, right? Oh, Tom. No, no, you wouldn't believe it. I told him it was him. Yeah, no, I know, him. Yeah, you. I said, I made him think you were him. I know. I got no idea. I just took a punt. He went for it. The guy's an idiot. I've said it 100 times before. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll just keep that on the QT now. I know. It was Fight Club or something. Yeah, the guy's a cretin. Anyway, I'll catch up soon, and I'll be making some more content around. Hopefully, getting rid of the problem before too long. Right, bud. Take care, mate. See you around. Bye. Right. I think we need to have a little chat